Hello, everyone. My name is Cassidy, and today I will be helping to expand your knowledge on the power of perception, specifically coping. So an introduction, what is it? So according to the lecture, it's the process by which a person consciously attempts to master, minimize, or tolerate stressors and problems in life. Upon further research in the APA dictionary, which stands for American Psychology Association, it's the use of cognitive and behavioral strategies to manage the demands of a situation when these are appraised as taxing or exceeding one's resources, or to reduce the negative emotions and conflict caused by stress. So why is this important to our class, stress management? Because without coping, there wouldn't be a buffer for the toleration of stress, and it would just end up manifesting itself in a way that damages us as people. So effective coping strategies, or just effective coping in general, how do you do it? So internal behavior changes ease us into change throughout our day, whether they're positive or negative changes. And at work, doing the little things can help us get through our day to do the big things. And then when you have built up stress, if you release it in a healthy way, it will help prevent a blow up. And then I figured out, or I learned, that women and men actually cope very differently. And so there's a wider use and a wider variety of coping strategies that anyone can use to help benefit them in their situation. So the why, so without these daily coping strategies, the stressors would manifest themselves physically, such as like fatigue or depression. And as I mentioned before, this would like prevent a blow up from you like yelling at your boss or your coworker. And then adjusting to life's changes, you can do this easily and effectively, no matter how big or small that change is. And I found this quote on this website by experts from the Cleveland Clinic. Coping is a process rather than an event. And this is true because you can do a bunch of things one time and it may help you in that moment. But if you don't make it a habit, if you don't commit to it, then you are not doing effective coping. So here's some practice. I came up with a few strategies, or compiled a few strategies for you to try out at work. So the first strategy is journaling. So you can write down what's making you stressed, and then without limits or judgments, you write what you could do to fix the problem or even prevent it in the first place. The second strategy would be take time for yourself. So you maybe set a timer for 5 minutes every hour or every 2 hours, and then you just do something that just isn't work. And you just sort of give your brain like a quick 5-minute break, and then you can hop back into it. And then the third strategy is reflection. So this can sort of be a combination of the prior two strategies. It's sort of you taking a look at yourself and thinking, okay, what makes me stressed? How much stress can I handle? Can I commit to 3 projects, or can I only commit to 1? You just have to take a look at yourself and ask yourself those questions, and you can write them down or just take some quiet time and just think about it. Here are some additional resources. This is a website that talks about various coping strategies in sort of broad categories, and it helps give people suggestions on what to do to cope. And then the YouTube video gives a literal A to Z guide on what to do to cope with stressors. So these are the resources that I use for the PowerPoint. So I did additional research on this. I hope you enjoyed watching this and that you learned a new skill to help yourselves at work with stress.